I have plopped and dried overnight, and now we're gonna move on to taking off the net and doing smasters because my hair is not 100% dry. It is drier than it should be, maybe. Most people want to do this when it's 50% dry. Here are my products. It's an enhancer and a hard hold gel. You can use whichever you prefer. These are the ones that are working for me right now because of the weather. I was touching there all around my hair to double check how wet it is. You can see that it looks crazy right now because it is a little bit stiff from almost a gel cast, but it's in weird positions because it was plopped. Right now I am double checking the water temperature. I'm trying to have it at about just warm room temperature and slightly warmer. Right there I did one pump of the Uncle Funky's Girly Magic Enhancer and tons of the warm water on both of my hands, and I'm scrunching it in. I don't smooth it down, I don't rake it in, I'm just scrunching it in. And yes, it is breaking whatever cast was there, but it's worth it for me to get a second cast on top of it and have my hair last several days. My hairstyle last several days. Now I'm doing another pump of Uncle Funky's Girly Magic, and this is gonna go on my two other clumps right there. I added warm water to both of my hands. I'm still trying to emulsify them, the water and the product. And I'm just scrunching it in, bumping and trying to make sure that the water gets in there along with the product. Now this is how much gel I'm going to be using for two of the clumps. More water on both of my hands. And I'm scrunching it in. It looks crazy and there's some sections that want to get frizzy, but I promise that they won't be. Now whatever was left, I'm scrunching it in on the two other clumps. I'm even breaking the cast from the back of my hair. And it feels like the two smaller clumps are missing a bit of gel, so I'm going to add a smidge more. Really scrunching it. And now I'm spreading out whatever gel was left. Sorry that I get out of frame, I went to find a towel. Now we move into diffusing. I would let this air dry. You can, but I prefer the results when I'm diffusing. I'm trying to show you that I use a higher medium speed, but always on cool. And it does take me longer to diffuse because I don't use hot air. You can definitely do so if you want to or if you're used to it. I'm not, and I prefer to just use cool air instead. I have turned it on, but there's no sound. And after I put in my hair into it, I run the diffuser for 10 minutes on 2 clumps at a time. And this is what it looks like after I'm all dry. I'm just scrunching it out without oil, without a t-shirt. I don't feel like I need to right now. And I'm surprised by how strong the cast is. It feels like it takes longer for me to scrunch it out when I do Smasters. I'm really getting in there and shaking out the roots because everything is a little bit more stiff than usual for me, which is totally a positive thing because it makes it so that my style lasts longer and I get several days from my hairstyle. Shake it out, shake it out, and shake it out some more. This does take a while when ice masters, but I feel that it's worth it. Sorry that I get out of frame again. I'm finding my wide tooth comb to use as a pick because I don't own a pick. Maybe I should get one. I get out of frame here, but I'm basically combing through all of the back of my head. Just trying to see which side is falling better. It looks like it's to the right. I try to not separate the top clumps too much. Right here there's some funky pieces that got clumped weird. I'll eventually wet those and try and curl them again. Or on my finger once and then let them go. I try to not separate the top sections too much because they're the ones that get frizzy. But I'm going to fuss around with it and separate the bottom sections a lot more because they become one giant big curl or two giant big curls, so I need to fix that. And this is also helping to get rid of any crunch that might still be left, any stiffness. I'm basically just trying to find a part. I don't really part with a comb or a bobby pin as much. That section is bugging me right there. By my eyes, it's a little bit frizzy and not very curled. So I'll eventually fix it. Basically just go through all of my hair and twirl the sections that need to be separated from giant clumps. Yep, we need to fix that section. So I'm just going to wet it, comb through it, wrap it around 2 fingers, and then I'm going to let it go. I would maybe pin it if I wanted to be extra careful with it, but I know that it will turn out fine by just doing that. And this is what it looks like after fussing with it for a couple of minutes. I will post a photo or add a photo on here of the results in better lighting. Here you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.